Hello guys, and welcome to another quick tutorial from Vintage Radar. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the watch battery on your Casio F91W. This is going to work for a bunch of other classic Casio watches out there that feature the same battery type. Today we are going to work with the CR 2016 battery cell. This is a very old battery, that is why I have picked it up with my bare hands. As you can see, it is very thin, and you can go ahead and pre-order this exact battery for your Casio F91W. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below, as well as some basic watchmaker tools in case you want to start working on your watches. Here I have the basic Aventronic watchmaker toolkit. As you can see here, you have all the basic watch tools in order to start working on your watches, to replace the watch batteries, to adjust the bracelets, to take off the straps and replace them, to open both snap-off bags and screw-down bags. This is going to be very useful to have the watch wrench with you. And also in this pack, in case you work on snap-off watch bags, you are going to need a watch press. I really like this black one. It comes as a kit, so you can actually save some money if you order both of them. Once again, link in the description box below. And this is going to be useful in case you have snap-off bags. It's not going to be the case today, but nonetheless, in case you want to replace several watch batteries, you are going to need these two. So I'm going to open the watch back. I'm going to remove the watch battery. We are going to also remove the movement inside, so the module. And I'm also going to show you how to do the AC reset in order to eliminate all possible errors, especially since sometimes the display won't light up after you have replaced the watch battery. Here I have the basic tools that I usually work with. If you have the option to go with a plastic pair of tweezers, that is going to be awesome because you won't drain your batteries. So you want to touch the new batteries with a plastic pair of tweezers in case you have the option. And without any further ado guys, let's open the movement and replace the watch battery on this Casio F91W. Now something really cool to have around is a small screwdriver. As you can see, you have the exact one in the basic watchmaker toolkit. This has been used a lot by me. I have the Phillips head on, as you can see, and it is going to be very easy to remove these screws. When you work on your watches, so when you replace the watch batteries, when you do other stuff with your watches, what I recommend is to always put the tools and the screws, everything on one side of the table so that you know what you are doing. Let me also show you up close. So we are going to rotate to the left until they pop out. I'm going to remove them one by one. There are some people that leave them here and remove the back with the screws in, but on this particular model it is going to be very easy to remove them and then put them back together. So I'm going to put everything here on the left side of the table, and now we are going to remove the back. Now something really important to remember when doing these battery replacements is to look how the back was positioned initially. So as you can see, we have Casio written this way, and the back matches the Casio writing on the front. So now I'm going to remove the stainless steel back. I'm also going to position it here. In case you have a more complex movement, you can always position the watch parts exactly as you remove them. Now here inside we have the watch movement. You have a sticker here as well. I would recommend not to remove this because we are going to remove the entire stainless steel back that holds the battery together. So here I'm going to use my metallic pair of tweezers in order to remove the movement. So here is where you have the buttons, and I'm going to insert one tip of the pair of tweezers, and I'm going to remove the movement. So I'm going to try to pick it out. Something really important to watch out for is the fact that we also have a rubber gasket. So as you can see right here, we have the rubber gasket. So in case you remove it, you should always position it in the same way. I'm going to leave it just like this because as you can see, it is in very good condition, and also it doesn't need replacing or greasing. But in case you need to do so, always make sure to remove it, position it in the same way that you removed it, so that when you put it back, it is going to match the exact way it was positioned initially. Here we have the watch movement, so the module that we are going to find inside the Casio F91W, and you will be able to see that we have 4 pins right here, plastic pins that hold this metallic part together. So we are going to remove, let's say, the battery cage, as you would find on other Casio G-Shock watches. So what I'm going to do is to insert 1 pair of my tweezers underneath, and then I'm going to use it as a lever in order to push them outwards. This way you can even use both tips in order to go underneath. Make sure to take your time, do not rush the process, because as you can see, it is going to be very easy. Once you have done it on one side, you are going to turn it around, and we are going to do the same principle on the other end as well. You might be able to try to do this while the watch movement is inside, but on this particular model, it is easier to remove the movement, so the entire movement, and to put on the battery just like that. So something really important, as I mentioned, is to position your watch movement in one direction in case this is the first time that you are doing this battery replacement. And now when I'm going to pull out the battery cage, so this metallic part, I'm going to position it as I found it onto the watch. This is going to save me time when I want to put the movement back together. Now, since this battery was already replaced, as you can see, it is a Panasonic one, I'm going to maneuver it with my plastic pair of tweezers. And here we have the battery. As you can see, this is the movement, so the basic Casio F91W module. You'll also be able to replace the digital screen right here, or the entire board, in case you have a problem in the future, in case you have some errors, in case the display is broken. Now what we are going to do, we are going to take, let's say, the new watch battery, in our case the same one, and we are going to position it just like that. Now that we have replaced the watch battery, as I mentioned, I left the movement, let's say, in the same position as it was taken off, and now I'm going to take this metallic part, and now I'm going to position it back. So what I want to do is to position it in the same way it was placed initially. And what you want to do is to place 2 pins on one side, and then you will be able to press it down on the other side as well. I'm going to hold it just like this so that you can actually see the exact process. So we have 2 pins on this side, and now I'm going to press it down on the other side as well. Just like that. As you can see now, the digital display doesn't light up. So what we want now is to do the AC reset. And if you pay close attention, you will be able to see that here we have an AC. So what you want to do is to take your metallic pair of tweezers, place 1 tip here, and then you are going to connect it on the top left corner button, and that is going to do the AC reset. And you are going to recognize that by seeing that the watch has started from 12. So usually when Casio watches, even G-Shock watches reset, they are always going to reset at midnight. So if I were to do the AC reset once again, you'll be able to see that it has reset to 12. So now we have replaced the watch battery, we have done the AC reset, and now everything that is left to do is to reassemble the watch. Now guys, before we are going to place the watch movement inside the case, if you have the option to also buy a watchmaker air blow dryer, this is going to be very useful in order to remove all the dust that might have gotten inside the watch case onto the display. And this way, when you put the watch back together, it is going to look just as new. So you won't have any dust that is going to be visible when you use your watch. Now, before we are going to place the watch movement inside in the same position as it was initially, what you want to do is to push these buttons outside, so outwards. This way the movement is going to have enough space inside. So as you can see, when you press the buttons, they are going to touch the metallic part, and then they are going to be pushed outwards by the metallic plate. Since it is not inside, we need to do this manually. Now I'm going to take the movement, as I mentioned, in the same way as it was initially. You can always look at the display and make sure that it perfectly matches the case. And what you want to do is to place it at an angle, so let's say a 30 degrees angle, and I'm going to place it where we have two buttons. I'm going to push it from one side just like that, and now I'm going to push it, and I'm going to use the metallic pair of tweezers on the other side in order to make sure that the movement has enough room in order to be placed back in. Make sure to press it little by little, see if you have any resistance, maybe the buttons aren't pushed all the way, and we are going to adjust them one by one until the movement is fully inside. Just like that. Also guys, before you close your watch, so before you start to put the back on, make sure that all the buttons are working, so make sure to check them out, and that means that all of them are working, the battery replacement was done successful, and that the movement is pushed down all the way. Now in case your gasket is going to come off, you need to put it back in the same way it was initially, and you are going to be able to see this groove right here, and you want to perfectly match your gasket inside that groove. And once you have done so, you will be able to close the watch, and this rubber gasket is going to ensure that water resistance for your Casio F91W. And when you look at it from the side, you'll be able to see that it has perfectly went inside. Now I'm going to place the metallic back onto the watch. I'm going to verify that the Casio writing is in the same position as it was initially. Once again, I have left the Casio back as it was found onto the watch. This is going to be very useful, especially in the beginning when you do not know 100% how things were positioned. So that is why you want to maybe take pictures, maybe you want to position everything as you take them off the same way you found them, and that way it is going to be very easy to position them back together. Now I'm going to take each screw and I'm going to put them back. Make sure not to strengthen them too much, because if you apply too much pressure onto the watch case, the gasket, that is actually going to damage the gasket, and that is going to affect your water resistance. So make sure to tighten them, but not over tighten them. This way your water resistance for your watch is going to be protected. This is not a diver's watch, but this is a good principle to take into consideration for the future, especially if you replace the watch batteries on Casio G-Shock watches that have 200 meters of water resistance. I also have a tutorial for those. In case you want to check them out, I will also leave a link in the description box below. Now all that is left to be done is to set the time and date, and also in case you want to learn how to use all the functions and features of the Casio F91W, I have a full guide, so how to set the time and date, how to use the alarm, the stopwatch, and also how to switch between the 12 and the 24-hour display. So guys, that was the full guide on how to replace the watch battery on your Casio F91W. Once again, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below to all the tools, to the full guide on how to use the functions and the features of this particular model, and how to replace the watch battery on your Casio G-Shock watch. Make sure to check them out, guys. In case you enjoyed this video, if you found value, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, it really means a lot. And also let me know in the comment section below if you managed to replace the watch battery, do the AC reset, if you managed to order the tools, if they were useful for this particular model or for other watch battery replacements. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to see you on the next one. Guys, if you found this video useful, please consider hitting the thanks button and supporting our channel. This way we can keep creating free content for watch lovers just like you.